This is the plaintiff, Ashley Anderson. She says the defendant's her cousin's neighbor, and the woman asked if she would rent a car for her for a day, so she did her a favor. The sneaky defendant kept the car longer than one day. The rental company billed her for the extra days. Now she's on the hook for a lot more money. She's suing for $2,999.01 for the extra days and emotional distress. This is the defendant, Kendra Lewis. She says she rented the car along with the plaintiff's cousin, and the plaintiff agreed to the 2-day extension the cousin asked her for. Well, it seems her cousin's refusing to pay for the extra 2 days. Now the crazy plaintiff's coming after her with his bogus lawsuit. Bottom line, she doesn't appreciate being harassed by the plaintiff and a carload of people she brought to her house threatening her, and refuses to pay for something she doesn't owe. She's accused of running out on a rental.
All parties, please use your rating. You seated? Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Ashley Anderson, you are suing Kendra Lewis for $2,999.01 in pain and suffering, emotional distress, and money that you say she owes you for renting a car that she didn't return right away. Okay, what happened?
Your Honor, on July 14th, Kendra and my cousin came to me. She was trying to rent a car because her child's father was arrested, and she wanted to make some runs to get up the money to bail him out. I don't know her. She knew my cousin, and they came to me. So we went to Wells Fargo.
Your cousin doesn't have a car either?
No.
Okay.
We went to Wells Fargo. She gave me $470 in cash. I deposited it into my bank account. We went to Enterprise. She got a rental for 1 day.
Why can't she rent her own car?
I guess she didn't have a debit card. She only had cash.
Okay, so it's $410 to rent the car for 1 day for you?
Yes, there's a $250 deposit. Then she added insurance on it, plus the cost. It was a weekend. So the rates are a little higher.
But how much were they charging you per day?
The rates were $107. I have the rates as my evidence.
Okay. May I see the contract with the company? So then what happens after that day is over?
She was supposed to return it Saturday, the next day. She asked me for an extension. I called Enterprise asking how much for an extension. They said it would be a 2-day extension because they're not open on Sunday. She would have to return the car on Monday.
All right, so she would have to pay an additional what?
$300.
Okay, and that's with the different fees that they charge plus
Correct.
107 plus 107 for
Correct.
the 2 days. Okay, go ahead.
So Kendra told me, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Tell them we're gonna keep the car till Monday, and I'll give you the cash for it. Kendra never gave me the money to put into my account.
Go on.
To cover.
Go on.
She never gave me the money to
yeah, she got the car.
It.
Why is she gonna give you money?
So this basically dragged on for 6 days of her telling me, oh, I'm gonna bring you the money.
Oh, and then she didn't return it Monday either?
She didn't return it Monday. She didn't return it until...
Why didn't you just tell Enterprise, report the car stolen, and then call her and say the car's...
That's what they told me to do.
You eventually figured out what to do.
Yes.
Look at the pickle you're in. And all for what? For 60 bucks? She gave you like a 60-buck tip?
Correct.
All right, what happened?
Originally, the plan was with Kareem and I.
Go ahead, stand up. I think you're front and center here. Don't sit down.
Him and I had an agreement, the two of us, because he has the bank account and all that he was going to rent the car. Well, we went to the bank, and because his account was overdrawn, we could not use his account.
Oh,
he took it upon himself to ask his cousin.
Okay.
Okay. To be honest
with you.
Who
is the person with you?
This is my 15-year-old daughter who was
all right.
assaulted.
You stay, go ahead. You stay there. Go ahead.
To be honest with you, he did not want his cousin to know his involvement in driving the vehicle.
I don't understand. What's his involvement?
He wanted to be able to have access to the car as well. So for instance,
what?
If he needed to make his delivery runs as well as his Uber
for a
drives.
Day?
No, we got that car 6 o'clock Friday evening. So it was understood that we were not returning it on Saturday. I gave him back that car Sunday night. Kareem had that car. Kareem is the one that returned it.
Why would you do that if she doesn't know it, why would you do that? I don't understand. You're suggesting, by the way, you deny this, right?
Of course I deny it.
Okay, so you're suggesting that you're hiding from his cousin who doesn't know you from a hole in the wall.
Right.
The only reason she was doing you this favor is because her cousin, who she loves, asked her to help you out. You're suggesting
and I had money
that
in
she
her hand.
wait. That she wouldn't. You had to hide this arrangement that he had, that he would borrow the car because she would never rent a car for him
'Cause he's an
for his
irresponsible
livelihood.
bum.
But wait, she'd race out to rent a car for you
Because
so
I
you could
put
raise
money
bail
in
money.
her hand.
Have I got it right?
I put money in her hand. That's why.
Correct.
I put money in her hand.
And your
No,
money,
but
do
people,
you
when they
understand
see
that the
money,
bill
it
was
talks.
$900 and something?
No, she still hasn't yet to show me a bill.
Oh, would you like to see it now?
I believe you.
Oh, okay. So now you do understand. Let's try it
I
again then.
believe
Do you
you.
understand the bills? So how is it that $470 was going to cover 900 and something? How is it?
Because he
so
did not return the
Why
car.
didn't you just return the car so you wouldn't
I didn't
find
have it at my possession. I gave
No.
those
Before
keys
you
to that
return,
man
no.
Sunday night.
Why do you give him the car keys if you know that she thinks that you're the one with the car? Why wouldn't you just return the car?
The car was not in my possession. I had it. He had it sometimes. He did not want her to know that he was having that car at all. She was going
Can you just
swimming,
stop?
and I gave
You
her
just
money
admitted
that
to
day.
me that you ended up lying to her. That
I
makes
didn't
you
speak to
responsible
her.
for the
He
car.
spoke to her.
Is
the
any of
same
this
people
true?
that pulled up with
not.
2 cars
Okay.
even assaulted
If I
my
need the
child.
car-
Stop talking.
I had it 2 times to pick up somebody, and it was for an hour. She had it till Thursday.
Who had it on Sunday night?
She had it.
Who had it on Monday?
I never took the car home with me once.
Who had it on Monday?
She has.
Who had it on Tuesday?
She has.
Who had it on Wednesday?
She has.
Who had it on Thursday?
She has.
Who returned it on
He's a
Thursday?
liar.
I returned it because she called me.
Okay.
She called me and told me that Enterprise said it was stolen.
How did that work out then?
I called him and said, listen, she hasn't returned the car yet. They're going to report it stolen. It has to go back.
Okay.
So I was in communication with her, letting her know, and I was in communication
she
with
answer
him
the
as well.
phone?
Yes, sometimes.
And what did she
Sometimes
say?
she'll
No,
answer,
what did she
sometimes she
say to
won't.
you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? What was she
She
saying?
gave me the runaround. I'm going to bring you the money to cover it.
Yes, I
She
was
talks
willing
a
to
lot.
get to the bottom of it. I told her, show me what I owe, and then I will pay. And then
No,
she
that
showed up with
phone
2
is
cars
damaged.
full of people that assaulted, as well as Kareem, that assaulted my 15-year-old. And at that point, I didn't want to talk. She called the police to my house. You show up to 2 cars full of people to show me paperwork when he already threatened to use her against me. So at that point, I didn't want to talk. And I was really feeling bad for her because I know she was sticking
You don't
her
look
neck
like you
out
feel
for her
bad.
cousin. I don't at this point know because my daughter, I just got to finish taking a psychological evaluation with her. We have an in-home therapist because she's afraid to walk out the house because adults attack me while I have my 6-month-old.
How about you keep your daughter out of it? Come on
We
up.
were coming home from the
You
dentist.
need to stop yelling at me. Take it
We
down
were coming
two.
home from the
no,
dentist.
The highlighted portion.
Take it down 2
They
more
were in
notches.
front of my
No,
house.
don't interrupt me. Don't talk over me. Don't roll your eyes when I'm looking right at you. And take it down a few notches. Okay? What's your name?
Karen.
You're walking home with your mom.
Walking home from the dentist.
Okay.
It's a crowd of, I could say, like 7 people. 4 boys. Kareem, some big man that slammed me against the car when I tried to hit him because he tried to smack my mother while my 6-month-old brother was in her hand. So we walk in, it's a lot of people, like at least like 6 people, and then her 7-year-old child, whoever, how old is she? So she come out the car. First, she come out the car yelling. He come walking up to my mother. Yeah, you thought I was playing? Walking up to my mother in her face. So, of course, I'm going to protect my mother and my little brother. I don't care if you're a male, female, age, none of that. So, of course, he tried to hit my mother, so I tried to swing on him. And whoever he was with, the big guy, he slammed me against the car. And that's when this lady right here.
Wait, what had he done to your mother that made you hit him? Do you
He
think?
tried to hit my
Okay,
mother.
that's not, okay. I want you to come over here to the center of the room, and I want you to go ahead and put down those papers. Douglas, there you go. And then I want you. Douglas is going to be your mom carrying a baby. Douglas, you can't.
Say everything he said, all that? 'Cause
Sure, and I want you to do what you say he did.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, friend in need, would you rent a car for that friend?
Probably yes.
You don't see any peril in that, do you?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, well, who has necessarily seen peril? Would you do it?
No.
Why?
I don't want to mess up my credit or if something happens.
What happens? What happens? What happens?
If they wrecked it,
Ah, well, now you're warm. What do you say?
Well, I wouldn't do it.
What is your best friend? Say no. Say no. Say no. Say no.
no, it was my
good. Good. Going inside the card room.
my mom is walking, so just walk. He come, you thought I wasn't gonna come here, and tried to raise his hand to hit my mother.
Try to raise his hand or raise his hand?
He raised his hand to hit my mother. That's when I ran up to him trying to hit him, And then whoever she was with, he grabbed me and threw me against my neighbor's car. And then that's how it all started. Then she started coming after me, saying, I will smack your child, I will still put my hands on you, da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, I want you to go back over there.
Thank you.
What do you folks say happened?
I said something about my cousin want to fight you or something. And then she said, do you want to fight? I said, I don't fight females. And then that's when she got all crazy. Her daughter went all crazy on me talking about, she said I hit her daughter, which never happened.
What did you want to say, my dear?
Yes, Your Honor. My boyfriend was behind me. We were not there to fight a child. Can I explain? Your Honor, may I explain? They had their turn.
You sit down. Sit down.
Just have a seat.
Your Honor, Kendra asked me to show her the bank statements. I went to the bank, I got the statements.
I know, but please don't insult my intelligence when you and another car, and he admits that he said, what are you going to do? You're going to hurt me? Yeah, you know.
I had nothing to do with them arguing.
What happened?
Stop, let me explain.
Had nothing to go between her and Kendra.
That had nothing to do with me.
Was he in your car?
To show me where she lives.
She wanted to show Kendra
just
the
to show where she lives.
We're done. Everybody just stop talking. Stop talking. How do you figure your lawsuit was $752.53 when we walked in here today? It was the extra amount, the $984, which is the total bill, minus the $410 she had already paid, plus your overdraft fees because you had things bounce.
Yes, I had pending charges, and when the $300 that she caused,
and she knew you put it on a debit, so she knew that could happen. And then $4 for a car wash. How come?
Her daughter threw bleach all over me in my car.
What?
Her daughter threw bleach.
How did she do that? I thought everything is happening right in front of the house already.
I got to the house to show Kendra the charges. Kareem and Kendra began arguing in the street as they were coming down the block. The daughter got very irate, rude, and in grown-ups' business. She reached to smack my cousin. I said, whoa, we're not here for that. I just want to show you these charges that you asked me to show you. From there, they said, get off the property. We walked from the back of the house to the front of the house where they came through the front with acid and with cups of bleach.
How do you know it was acid and cups of bleach?
It was a bottle of something. Everybody said it was acid, but she definitely had bleach because she threw it on me. I smelled it on me, and it was all over my car.
The child did?
Yes, the 15-year-old.
Did she end up getting arrested?
No, I did a report. The police came. They said they couldn't arrest her, but they would send it to the prosecutor.
So she has potential pending criminal charges against her?
Yes, ma'am, and so does Kendra. She currently has a warrant for arrest for not showing up to court because she then began harassing me.
And at some point, step on up again, at some point, you start crank calling her?
No, Kendra did.
No. I said to her, all you have to do is just show me what I owe you.
So
I said,
she
but
goes
you have
there
to
and she's going to show you what you owe her.
Right.
But you told her to get off the property, and then who threw acid?
We didn't get, no one threw acid.
Water.
First of all, did anyone knows anything about acid?
Wait,
it was
water.
hot water. Yeah, I threw hot water on her because she's charging at me now.
Listen, where we've come from, stuff like this.
Yeah, I got it.
The point I'm trying to make is that this could have all been avoided.
You know
if
what? This
her and
can't
I
be avoided because
would've.
you love this. You love this. You love this. And you got embroiled in a bunch of stuff you shouldn't have gotten embroiled in. You're ridiculously unwise. All right, look, it's very clear to me what is going on here, okay? It's very clear. This is not like rocket science. What she owes you is the money for the car rental, the overdraft fees, and the car wash, because I don't believe it was hot water. You owe $752.53 to this lady. You can say until the cows come home, we could have worked it out, but you didn't. Your actions speak louder than words. And the bad part about that is that you are cooking up someone with the same anger, rage, and pettiness. That's what's happening here.
My daughter doesn't want to leave out the house without feeling like she's going to be getting jumped on. She's had people pulling. Yeah,
I'm afraid of your daughter.
They live down the street from us.
Okay.
So we see each other just walking to the store.
She looks like she can defend herself.
She can.
Yeah.
And she can defend her mother, too.
$752.53, 53 cents. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's crazy.
Well, the plaintiff definitely won this case. I'm really intrigued to know what you think about this. The $752, you owe her. She's going to get it now.
Right.
You're going to have to pay it.
Right, that's fine.
You're okay? Now you're calm. You know?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's all, if it
you
came
did owe
out
the
to
money,
be
though.
that,
Would
that's
you admit
what
you owe the money?
Yes, but once she came with violence, I'm not owing you anything. I owe you something else. So we didn't go that route.
Come on, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
That's why
Maybe
you're in court.
not.
Well, you better take care of your daughter. She sounds like she's following you, right in your footsteps.
Well, hey, we'll see what happens.
No.
All right,
I don't know.
thank
It doesn't
you.
sound too promising. All right, Ms. Anderson, if you'll step out here now. I must tell you, you remain pretty calm through all this.
You have to. When people lie, you have to remain calm.
Yeah, but she's
The
your
law-
cousin,
Yeah. But the lie always come out, you know what I mean? The truth will always come out. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
All right. But what's your relationship with her now? Is it
Nothing. Zero.
It's zero.
Nothing.
It's
Zero.
over.
Yeah, it's over.
You're going to get the money back.
Yes, sir.
You think you've learned anything from all of this?
Don't give your money or do any favors for anybody. Don't put your name on the line for anybody.
Maybe be careful of who you do it.
No, I think nobody.
Nobody, huh?
Nobody.
You've learned it that way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank
You're
you.
going to get that money after all. Strange case, Harvey. What do you think?
Okay, look, I think it's a terrible idea because she's right. If you wreck the car, if the other person wrecks the car, you could be on the hook for that. You're the one that signed it out. The driver could sue you. It is a bad idea. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on their way into the courtroom right now.